Hello, Adriana.
Why do you start off like that all the time?
Oh, did I start off?
Yeah,
Did
you're
all of
always,
them?
hi, Adriana. Welcome.
Well, how do you want to start it?
Not hi, Adriana. Welcome.
Welcome
You're
to the
such a
podcast.
creep.
That's it. I don't know what else to say. Hey, guys, welcome back to Stop Snitching, the podcast, episode 3.
And we're back at it again.
Back at it again with the third podcast. This time, we're doing it through the pandemic that is COVID-19, aka
Oh
the
my
coronavirus.
God. I know.
Yep. We're both still going to work, though, right?
Yeah, but we stocked up on liquor because I've already determined if we're quarantined together, liquor is a must.
You don't even drink like that.
I'm going to start.
You're gonna start. But yeah, no, I mean, I haven't seen anything really different in my life yet. I mean, I can't.
Really? You haven't seen anything different?
I mean, well, our businesses are different.
Oh, so different, yeah.
So
that's
since
very
you're
true.
in big box retail, you see this crazy spike, but I'm
it's
not in
freaking
big box
ridiculous.
retail. I mean, I'm in retail technically, but like, it's the opposite. Like, since people can't travel or do anything,
Yeah.
it's a little opposite. So
Yeah, no, it's absolutely a madhouse.
yeah, bring this up to your face. Sorry, guys.
I'm
You're
never
gonna
gonna
hear
get
me
this
say this
right.
every single time. Yeah, because in the last podcast when we listened to it, your voice does not sound not as good. It's as strong.
Oh, really?
So you need to project.
Well, like I was explaining earlier, we're going to start labeling our mics because I'm not going to catch your corona.
In all honesty, I genuinely feel like most people probably have the coronavirus, right? Like, would you be shocked if you had the coronavirus? I would not be shocked.
I would
if
not
had
be
the
shocked if I
coronavirus.
end up
Like,
getting it. No.
what? The amount of people that I deal with day in and day out.
And
like,
I deal with more.
yeah, situations I'm in, places I'm in, things I touch. It's like, yeah, if it's that contagious, like, wouldn't most people have it? I don't know. But also, we don't have a lot of like pre-existing respiratory conditions. We're not really old, really young. So I get that totally, 100%. I wouldn't want to take the risk. And we've done, oh my God, I feel like we've gone above and beyond. I don't kiss you, hug you, say hi to you, like wash your hands, take a shower. Like, I'm not playing around with that. I understand.
We're back to the friend zone.
Yeah, until you, clean yourself.
What?
Basically.
I'm not dirty.
Well, you may not think that you're dirty, but the places you've been all day, you probably are
I
dirty.
was very dirty.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's true. No, I mean, my job's doing a really good job with sanitizing everything. They're going above and beyond with sanitation right now just because we just have so many crazy people in. Like, anybody that's listening to this that goes into retail, like, please respect the people that you're interacting with. Like, we're there doing our jobs. I can't tell you how many times I got cussed out this week because you can only buy one roll of toilet paper. Like, not one roll, but like one package of toilet paper.
Yeah.
So like they're going absolutely nuts. How many craps are you taking a day that you need 7 packs? 7 packs. How many craps?
I don't know.
Like, I don't get it.
I think it's more that people, like, you realize how bad people are with change, where there's things like this and they're like, oh, I don't know what to do. So the only thing I can control is like me buying stuff.
I don't think it's change. I think
I
it's
want to have enough
not
of it.
knowing.
Okay.
I don't think
guess.
it necessarily it's change. It's the not knowing aspect, and how are we educating ourselves to be familiar with what's going on and what's going on around us. Because a lot of people are like, oh, coronavirus, but they don't watch like the news all the time, or they're watching the wrong part of the news.
Right, they're getting it straight off Twitter or something.
Yeah, and they're
right,
not
they're
actually doing their due diligence to actually like do dedicated research on what this is and what type of virus is it. Like, actually getting the information to understand what they're dealing with.
I'm like, dude, it's a respiratory infection. Why are you getting 98 rolls of toilet paper?
If you can't breathe, you can't shit.
But I guess people probably think that if they don't, like, if they can't leave, I think people are thinking worst case scenario. Like, if they're going to be stuck in their house for 6 weeks, quarantined, like, maybe people just kind of buy their groceries week to week. So they're just thinking, how much can I possibly use? I'll just buy that much.
Yeah, and then it gets like, it gets to the point, like, I mean, I'll admit, like, I went crazy getting what we needed, but that was also because I saw how crazy people were getting, that we weren't going to be able to get what we need on a daily basis just because of the high demand and the craziness of what
it turns
was
into
going
a reaction.
on.
Yeah,
it turns into a
like,
reaction.
I don't want to buy this much stuff, but because you're buying this much stuff, I feel like I need to buy this much stuff just because if I'm working all day and I have my one opportunity, I can't say that I'm going to get to come back to this again.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And not only that, but they're like wiping out the shelves.
Yeah.
So it's
ridiculous.
It's what do we need?
Yeah.
Especially me working in this big box retailer. Like I see, like we have lines. Like before 8 o'clock, before we even open, there's like lines outside just to like run in. Like people are literally running in like it's the great race.
Yeah.
Like
doing sales better than like Christmas time.
It's ridiculous. Or like we'll pull like market stuff will come in and we pull it to the floor and like people are literally reaching over you. Yeah. Like to grab what they need. They don't care that you haven't put it on the shelf. Like they're literally reaching over you to grab it.
Yeah. You see people at their worst. Or not at their worst, but probably their most desperate.
Oh my God.
Probably the most desperate.
They're the most annoying.
So anyway, yeah. Coronavirus is happening. I hope everyone's safe. Wash your hands. You know, be a normal, clean person. I don't know what else to say about that, but, you know.
And respect the people that you interact with.
Yeah, team respect people. Absolutely.
Please, just respect people, especially if you're going to, like, big box retailers or grocery stores. Like, they're putting themselves at risk every single day by interacting with so many people because people that are even sick are still going out. Mm-hmm. There's kids that are going out. School's canceled. There's these kids riding their bikes. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What? Stay home.
I don't know. That comes down to a parenting thing. But anyway, so since our last podcast, thank you to everyone so it's officially up on, the last podcast is like totally up on YouTube. Got the video, audio. It's up on whatever. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you listen to audio.
And YouTube.
Right. The YouTube. We put up clips on our Instagrams, reposting. Once again, thank you to everybody who's reposted. I think the biggest thing this week was we got reached out by a couple, I would say probably more than a couple people that both of us were like, I either haven't talked to you since I was in
high school,
the 7th grade, or I've never talked to you at all, and you're just like reaching out to me, sending me a really nice message. So thank you to everyone who's like just come through and said, I was telling this to you before. I'm like, the difference with the podcast that's like very challenging is it's like, even if it's 10 people or it's 100 people, when we're putting out content that's like almost an hour long, like people come up to both of us and like quote pieces of what we were saying to each other. And that's like, 30 minutes in. I'm like, wow, you really like took the time. You actually listened to it. You didn't just watch like the 30 seconds that I put up on Twitter, right? I think that's the more amazing part. It's like if 15 people listen to this for an hour, that's a lot of time out of your normal life. It's like I used to make YouTube videos, but they'd be 4 to like 7 minutes long.
Oh my God.
And even then the retention was like half.
YouTube videos previously were so funny. So, as a female.
Oh, they're funny?
Oh my
okay,
God.
Good.
So as a female, I had to do my investigation. Mm-hmm. I had to investigate.
You've never seen those videos?
Yes, I have.
Not the ones I have private.
No, you did show me them.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But Nathan's videos are so funny. So as I was doing my investigation, I fell across your YouTube channel, which was about cringe and which water tastes better.
Those videos are funny, though. Low key.
They're okay.
You just said they were funny.
I mean, some of them were funny.
You just used the blanket term funny for all of them.
Yeah, but that's too broad of a term.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Continue.
Okay. So then now it's just funny that we're doing a podcast. He's just such more of a creative person than I feel like I am. I just come along because I'm the humor. I feel like I'm just
you feel like you're the humor.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, an interesting
I'm just saying somebody had to make him
I think
better.
People would probably say that you're funnier than me.
I am.
But it's your personality, though.
Okay.
Like, your sense of humor is fucking garbage.
Oh, my God.
Your
because
sense
the
of
people
humor...
you like to watch
no.
so trash.
I'm willing to watch basically anything that someone thinks is funny. Yeah, because I've seen Frozen 150 times.
No. Frozen 2.
And I worked for Disney. So, no, I don't need to see
Frozen
any of that
2.
Shit.
You didn't watch it.
Fuck
I'm very
Frozen.
sad.
But anyway,
it was good.
So, and it's also because great movie if you want to watch it, Big Time Adolescence, which is on Hulu, which is the movie that I was watching last night, separate from you, because I did not want to watch Frozen 2.
Honestly, we just like quarantined
That's the thing,
ourselves.
guys. No, this really pisses me off, because I come back and I'm like, oh, let's watch something good and interesting. Oh, all right, go to Disney Plus. What do you want to watch? Oh, Finding Nemo. No.
Finding Nemo.
I'm
is
not
good.
watching Finding Nemo, man.
Finding Dory.
I don't
want to
watch that. I think I just can't. I have like it just like it like numbs my brain.
No,
like there's just
because-
nothing happening in it that I'm
because
like,
the things that you
what
watch.
am I watching right now?
Okay, I definitely watch things for like a sense of like humor and just
No,
being,
you watch things that you can also be on your phone on the
and
whole
lighthearted.
time. I'm like,
Let me
no, I want
finish.
to pay attention.
Excuse me.
Oh,
me.
okay, yeah, go ahead.
Me. I'm going. I'm on my rant right now.
Uh-huh.
But then he makes me watch these things like the movie The Lobster, The Witch, or whatever that
Both.
wood movie thing is.
Both
that
phenomenal
like
movies.
you have no idea
Both great movies.
what the hell is going on, that you're just watching it because
No.
you're lost.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Maybe because I'm not into like
ahead, you finish
the
that. I was
camera
fine.
movements and the cinematography and how did they go ahead and portray this angle of this emotion through the lens. Like, that's not me. That's definitely you and Brandon's thing. Brandon's one of his best friends, by the way. They literally will be like, oh yeah, let's watch this movie. What did it rate on Rotten Tomatoes? 95. Oh, we got to watch it. Everything's
done?
Rotten Tomatoes.
Are you done? Okay, no. I will say, and
We just have different
and
tastes.
Brandon has asked to be on the podcast, and that will eventually happen. But that is not how I view things. My thing is, with anything that I'm watching, I get it sometimes where there's like funny things that I want to watch just because they're funny or whatever. But majority of the time,
I'm going to sip my tea.
majority of the time, the only things that I'm interested in are things that after I'm finished watching them or reading them or listening to them, whatever it is, if I'm not thinking at the end of it, if it was so fed to me that any idiot can sit down and just watch this just mindlessly, I'm not interested in that. Like, I want to leave feeling, whether I loved it or whether I hated it, I want to feel very strongly about the thing that I just watched. I don't have to agree with it. I don't have to disagree with it, but I think the value in the things that I watch and I listen to are things that make me feel something. So when I watch Frozen 2, like, that doesn't do anything for me. I get it. I know it's going to be explained to me at the end. Everything's going to be tied up in a bow, and that's not the type of entertainment or thing that I look for.
So what are you trying to say about the what I like?
It's all
You're basically
dumb
trying
shit.
to say I'm trash.
It's all dumb shit.
Like, in a nutshell, you just nicely went around the
Yes.
bush of saying everything I like is
and
trash.
no, but you also have to
let's
give
just
me
cut to the chase.
no. You have to give me credit because I've watched more rom-coms and silly, ridiculous movies that I've never heard of, and I enjoy them. They're lighthearted and they're fun, but I can only do that for 90 minutes. Like, I can't do that day in and day out. Like, I gotta find a different level of connection with the things that I'm trying to watch.
I think we do a lot better job of picking TV shows than we do movies.
Which is funny because then you're investing in a TV show for months.
Okay, but we do a better job picking
Yeah, I guess.
TV shows.
Like, yo, we finished The Outsider.
Yeah, we did finish The Outsider.
You hated it,
I hated the
and
ending.
I thought it was pretty good.
I hated the ending.
Why did you hate it so
I
much?
can't remember it, so I can't tell you why I hated it because I hated it so much.
Because you're not paying attention.
I did pay attention.
No, you're not.
He like died, and it's just, it's like one of those things that the ending was so horrible. I just had to erase it from my memory.
What?
Yeah.
I would still absolutely recommend watching it.
I mean, I think it was good. I just hated the ending.
The ending wasn't phenomenal. A really good ending was McMillions. That McDonald's
good.
podcast
yeah,
was
that was good.
wild.
I didn't expect that.
That McDonald's podcast is wild.
Yeah, I didn't expect that.
All
at the
those
end.
people are crazy as hell. All of them.
Yeah.
They're all crazy.
I mean, I don't want to talk about it too much just in case anybody wants to watch it, but like, you like look at them and you're like, does this even sound right to you? Like,
oh, it's insane.
but
I can
you're
never.
going along with it. Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
So those are great. We're on season 3 of The Crown.
I love The Crown, except for the last episode because I wanted to kill them. Not kill them. That's very dramatic.
Why?
That's too much.
Why'd you feel that way about that?
Because that whole like, I don't want to give it away, but like just the relationship and the allowance of like what she's allowing her husband to do.
It's an incredible story of like the give and take of being in a relationship with
Oh,
someone.
definitely. But at
Absolutely.
that
It's
point, I'm
crazy.
just like, girl, you're the queen.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
what? Why are you taking that?
I think The Crown is really interesting, one, because you...
Total respect for her, though, because she really puts up with so much, and she does it so gracefully.
Oh, well,
like, from the outsider looking in.
Respect to
like,
everyone in that family.
Oh,
honestly.
That's crazy.
I would never want to be in that royal family. That seems like the worst thing ever. You have no freedom. Your life is just... That was amazing. Not giving anything away about it, but, like, the thought of, like, the British monarchy, the royal family, as being... It's not only that you are neutral, it's that you're almost... It's like you kind of bring no value. Like your value is in the aspirational like effect of you being alive. Like you only exist for people to look at you and say like, oh, that's what I can aspire for or to be. Like you live by values and principles that are like predictated and set, and then I, as a normal person, look to you and say, oh, I want to live my life like you so that I can obtain this type of, like, godliness. But they're not allowed to be a part of politics, or they're not supposed to, right? They can't have an opinion. Like, literally no opinions. They're just brought information, and then they just absorb that information, and then it's like...
Oh,
so
let's
tell
have
me
them
what,
over for tea.
Yeah, so tell me what you want to do. Yeah, it's like the president of the United States comes over for an informal dinner party. It's like you're just basically like a big party promoter. Like that's it. You don't really hold any value. And I was
like you're at the zoo.
Ah.
You're like the exquisite animal.
Yes, right. And people are always coming up to them and want to talk to them and see them, but they can't actually tell you how they feel about anything. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I assume the show is pretty accurate because I love after the episodes they show you
like
the
the
real
pictures
picture.
and the
Oh
videos
my god, it's
and
incredible.
like the actual documentation.
Oh, it's amazing. But at the end, when we're talking about, oh my god, I forgot my train of thought. Fuck.
That's common.
What were we saying?
We were talking about the crown.
Yeah, more about the crown.
I mean, I don't know what you were thinking. We were just talking about how they're like animals. Not animals, but they're like caged up, like they can't show.
Like that video of the penguins in the aquarium.
Oh, that was cute.
Oh my god! If you guys have not seen that viral video of the penguins in, I think it's the Chicago Aquarium,
they said Chicago.
And they let out the penguins because no one's in there, so they just got like 5 penguins walking around looking at everything.
This is recorded. Are you gonna show them how they were waddling?
Well, I mean, I can't really put it up. If you guys go on Twitter or something, I'm sure someone's. It was like trending worldwide. That's the only reason I saw it.
Yeah. Other than that, I think one of our biggest topics that we were talking about today, because we've just seen it so much, like as we go out, is AirPods.
Oh.
Oh my god!
I did the poll on my Instagram the other day, so thank you to everyone.
Are you not listening to something? Are you just keeping it in, like
well,
as
what
like
was
an
the
earring?
impetus for this? Go ahead, give them the why did this come up?
Because I work in a big box retailer, so even like a lot of my employees to people that are shopping all the time, they wear these AirPods. And like, I don't know if you're talking to me, if you're talking on the phone, if you're listening to music, I'm trying to talk to you and have a conversation about things that need to get done. You're like, but then I come back and check in. Clearly you weren't listening. Is it because you can't multitask because you decided to have these AirPods in your ear? Like
they're allowed to have AirPods in on the floor working?
No, like we're writing them up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was about to say that's insane.
Like we're giving warnings and like we're telling
so
them to take it out.
Disrespectful.
But that's what I'm saying. It's so disrespectful, like to the general public. Like if they're trying to like get your attention or like just in general, like trying to have like a conversation. Like I think I'm one of the queen of multitasking. The shit that I do, especially when driving.
Oh,
we're not getting into that.
Yeah, don't talk about that.
I am the queen of multitasking, and I can't even do that.
Okay, but so we put the poll on my Instagram. There was a lot of people that responded, actually. I didn't know people felt so strongly. But
it's so annoying. It drives me nuts.
But the poll is when you have your AirPods in, are you listening to something or is it just for the flex? Because there's definitely people who, thank you to a couple people who DM'd me right back and were like, they're wearing them as earrings. And I'm like,
that's what I'm saying.
That's how I feel too. I'm like, bro, when I first got my AirPods, and I wore them even to work, like at lunch alone in a room, and someone would come up to me and like try to ask me a question, you can't help but get shit like, oh, oh, I'm so okay. You're a millionaire. You got your AirPods in. You doing business? Like, what's going on? I'm like, bro, relax. Like,
Well, you got
I
them
think that
also
shit is
like when
so
they
funny.
first came out. Like now
I guess.
everybody has them.
Yeah.
Like, but when you got them, like they first came out, they were sold out everywhere.
But the poll did say from like almost like what, probably 40, 50 people who probably responded on it by the end. And I showed you it like right in the middle. And there's probably like 25-ish, and it like kept going.
Okay, get to the point. What was it?
Well, I want to give them a scale of, it's not like 3 people. You know what I mean? There's like a handful.
Even if there was 3 people, that's still a good poll.
No, that's not a good poll. No, I would not talk about it then. Most people say they are listening to something.
But then
which I could never do.
That's what I'm saying though. Like, how are you working and listening to it? But then what I think is even more like disrespectful is like, even as like somebody who's shopping, I mean, because this is just how I interact with it. Like, if you're trying to talk to me and I see that you have AirPods in, then you think I'm rude if I don't respond because I think you're on the phone.
Well, I was saying the only reason I will use my AirPods in public, like to be out and do something, is if I'm like food shopping or whatever, and I want to like listen to a podcast or listen to music. Because I will do this though. Like if I'm in the car and I love like the music I'm listening to, I'm in a jam, like I just want to keep it going. Yeah, I'll pop my AirPods in and like keep going about my day. But if I was to go into a place where I knew that I would be interacting with someone else, I would have taken them out prior to going into this business. Because if I'm talking to you and you're the employee and I'm just me and I have my AirPods in, I wouldn't expect you to think that I'm talking to you. Because people nowadays people are always talking to themselves. It's like, I don't actually know if you're just fucking crazy, if your AirPods are in. Like, I do that all the time where I'll like respond back to someone and like, oh no, I'm on the phone. I'm like, okay, dickhead. Then take out your fucking AirPods. Like, if you don't want to talk to me, then I don't know. That drives me crazy.
I think it's just as disrespectful as like, you know, when you go up to the register and like you're on the phone. So somebody's ringing you out.
Yo, you know what my mom does?
Oh, that's so disrespectful.
You know what my mom does, which is crazy?
Oh.
And she taught me this, and I think it's phenomenal. When she goes to get gas or something like that, and if the dude is like on the phone and just comes over and like just puts his hand out and asks for the money, she won't give it to him until he hangs up the phone and like asks her for it.
I can see your mom doing that.
She was like, no, I'm good. Like, I'll wait until you're done your conversation. I'm like,
but I just think it's just like a sign of courtesy. Like, I get it.
Yeah,
Everybody
man.
lives busy lives and, you know.
But I'm giving you money. Like, you need to, like, respect this moment of us.
And respect the fact, like, even like
transaction.
for the employees that I have, like, respect the fact that you're getting paid to do a job. This is not at your leisure.
No, that's
So
crazy.
take
if you're
out
an employee
your
and you're putting
earbuds.
it in.
But like the thing is like now like they try to get all sneaky and like girls will have their hair down so it like covers their ears, like so they can do that. Like it's just disrespectful. Yeah. It's just blatant disrespect. Mm-hmm. I can't stand it.
Yeah.
There's nothing that drives me more nuts than like blatant disrespect. Ugh.
And then when we were out at dinner, I think the same night we started to talk about this, it was us sitting at a table, and then right behind us there was a group of like 7 dudes, and they were all probably like mid-20s. And I was like, yo, I wonder what the worst, like if you're going to get all of one type of person at a table and you're like a waitress. I mean, I did food for a little bit, but not long enough to really care. And I'm not a woman. So like if you're a waitress, right, which don't even try to tell me being a waitress isn't hard. Being a waiter is definitely easier than being a waitress. Being a woman and dealing with drunk men at a bar, I cannot imagine. God bless all of you. It depends,
I think, on how you're going to relate that. Because I think that in some cases, women probably get tipped more than male waiters.
But how much bullshit do they have to go through? But then they probably have to
deal with more crap than male waiters. So I think it has its balance. We can't just say, like, it's harder for one and not the other. I think it's...
Oh, no, I'm definitely saying it's harder for one and not the other.
Okay, whatever.
Well, I'm saying hard in terms of I'm only thinking about the stress of interacting with the people.
Okay.
Like, if I was a guy, I would off rip know that I'm making less money. Like, I'm not getting into that thinking, oh, I'm going to make more money than this beautiful waitress who's going
Unless
around.
you're gay, because I love gay guys. I will tip them.
Okay, well, that's fair. But I'm not either of them, so I can't say.
I will tip them because they're like, oh, honey. And I'm like, yes. Talk
just
to me.
the oh, honey effect.
Just talk to me. They don't even have to say that.
But what do you think? Because I think, no. Like 7 or 8 mid-20-year-old dudes at like a Miller's Ale House at a high top, ordering drinks 10 o'clock on a Friday. I know me and my friends were never really like that, but we were watching these guys where I was like,
yeah, but these guys also had like
bless.
no game. They probably paid
the game
like
was definitely
Yu-Gi-Oh
trash.
cards.
But I would also say that what's worse than that is probably a bunch of like 50, 60-year-old men, married or not married, who think they have money and just want to talk to this 20-something-year-old waitress, and she has to put up with that.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, dude. When I watch that, if she's also my waitress, I'll just be, I'm so sorry. And she's like, yeah, I know. It's
Nathan
horrible.
apologizes for everything, though. You apologize for everything.
It's horrible.
Like, Nathan and I, we went to the strip club one
God.
time.
No, yeah, once.
Yeah, because I can't take him.
once.
I can't take him to the strip club because I'm over here just, letting people live their lives as they choose to and pick their careers as they choose to, however they want to go ahead and make their coins. And I'm just going to go ahead and, drink a beer, enjoy a little bit of a show, and go home.
Right, but once again...
No, but you want to sit there and literally be like, do you think they're doing this to pay their bills at... for
well,
school?
I know they are, but second of all, I'm not judging.
They want to do this
I'm
the rest
never,
of their lives.
No.
No, you just get into the emotional concept of it, and I just tell them to shut up.
I'm never judging them on like, oh, this is what you wanted to do with it.
No, you're not
I
judging
get
them like that, but you're just like concerned. Like you just want to talk to them and be like, yeah, like is this what you want to do long term? Like, what are you doing?
I mean,
this
I know
for?
it's not a long term job. You're only stripping for a couple of
that's
years.
True.
But what like this is my thing. The reason it's not fun as a guy is because the strip club is straight transaction. Like there's no reason for me to be there other than to lose my money. And quite frankly, I don't feel like I need to go there to get the attention of a female or anyone. Like when you're there, you as a girl, if I was a girl, I would love the strip club because you get all the benefits and they don't want your money. They're not creeped out by you. You can just be in there, enjoy yourself. I'm like, yeah, if that's what it was like to be a guy at the strip club, that's great. But it's only like that for girls or if you're a celebrity. Like it's only one of those things. Or if you have so much money in disposable income that you don't care. But I'm like, bro, if I paid $40 to get in here for you and me, and then I paid $9 for a bottle of Corona, and now I'm sitting here, and anytime I want to be a part of any of this environment, I have to pay more money. I'm like, dude, I'm here with my girlfriend. Like, let's go. We can hold hands in the parking lot. Like, I don't need to be in here. None of this is impressing me. Like, what? I don't understand. There's no value in it to me. I'm like, this just makes me feel lonely. Like being in there makes me feel lonely.
It was very trash.
Oh, yeah.
No,
this
the strip club was trash.
This strip club, guys, the strippers were... First of all, I don't think I saw one naked person in the strip club.
Oh, no.
Which was horrific. It was so sad.
Normally you can't if they're serving alcohol. Like, fully, you can't.
But regardless...
She was literally on stage clapping her heels to Evanescence. What was it? Take Me Away? What was it? Oh my God, what song was it?
It's like break me up inside.
Oh my God.
I can't wake up.
Yeah, but like she was like clapping her heels, and I was like, oh.
Pink, pink, pink. I was like, yo, this is straight comedy, dude.
I was like, I can't. And then we saw the girl in the corner who was with the older guy, and you could tell like she was just trying to mooch.
Oh, dude, it was so sad.
Do you remember that?
It was so sad. I don't like it at all.
And I was just like drinking my Corona, like.
So yeah, that's why the whole strip club thing with me is like, I get why
I go for the
dudes
amusement.
would want to go, but honestly, unless I was like going with my girlfriend, there's no, like, what?